Hi, facilitators and instructors of pbvU courses. This video is to show you how to update the Google Classroom for your upcoming pbvU course. Before we actually get into the classroom, there's a few things that it's important to do in advance. Go ahead and open a tab right here for the pbvU team drive. The website for the pbvU team site is bit.ly/pbvu team site. So if you have that open, it would be very helpful. The next thing it's helpful to do in advance is to go ahead and create a pbvU folder in your own drive. So if you haven't done those things yet, please go ahead and pause and do that in advance. We're going to go ahead and keep going. One more thing that I just thought about that's important to do is to make sure that you have accepted the invitation to the Google Classroom that you are a teacher of. You should have at this point received an email for your classroom, so be sure to click on that email, that invitation, and then you'll be listed as a teacher, an active teacher, and you can go ahead and begin to create your classroom. So once you get into your classroom, you'll go ahead and open the classwork tabs. It should look just like this with the implementation, reflection, and resources topics already there for you. Where I encourage you to start is to go ahead and add the reflection assignments. So what you have to do first is to come back to that pbvU team site, and you'll go into PDLT FAQs and click on reflection. And then you'll click on the reflection template part 1, and it will take you to that reflection template. Remember, this is the master template, and so this is not the one you'll use. You'll need to make a copy of this first. So you'll click on File, make a copy, and then you'll want to place it into your drive. And so we'll click back until we find My Drive. Click on My Drive. Go to the pbvU folder you just created and go ahead and save it right there. And then you'll do that again for reflection template part 2. So go ahead and do that. Feel free to pause the video, so give you an opportunity to do that. So I'm going to keep going. So then after you've saved both of those in your drive, you'll come back to the classroom. And you'll go ahead and click on create, and you're going to create an assignment, reflection number 1. So then you type in reflection number 1, and then we have to add in all of our additional information. You can add some instructions for your participants. The points, please leave it at 100. Your due date is according to whatever your coordinator has let you know the due date is for this learning cycle. For winter 2019, it's January 24th, but if this is a different learning cycle, please place in the appropriate date. And then our topic is reflections. And now we'll add in the actual reflection document to this assignment. You can click on the little Google folder because that's where we're keeping it, or the Google symbol. And you can go into recents, but I would hesitate to do that because sometimes the actual template from the previous website that you're on shows up. So I encourage you to click on My Drive and actually go through the entire process of looking through that pbvU folder in your drive, which is right here. And then I'll find part 1, which is right here, and then it will load it. The next thing you need to do, and it's extremely important, is click on this down button and click Make a Copy for each student. If you forget to do this and students have already added into your classroom, you'll actually have to create a brand new assignment and then make sure you click Make a Copy for each student. If you and then delete the previous assignment. So it's really, really, really important for you to make sure that you make a copy of this for each student as you create the assignment initially. So then we'll go ahead and click on Assign. And then this assignment will go ahead and load into our classroom. And you'll see it right here. Now you can hit pause and then go ahead and add in reflection number 2. And I'm going to go ahead and move on. Then the next part you would do is you would add in your implementations. If your implementations require a document like our reflection did for our reflection section, you'll go ahead and go through that exact same process, and you'll click on assignment, and we're going to add that assignment to the implementation section. You'll add in that date again of January 24th, unless you're in a different learning cycle. And then you'll type in your title, implementation number 1. And then you'll do the same thing. You'll find that assignment that's been created, if it's a lesson plan or if it's a document where someone places a picture or information on it. You'll go ahead and go into your drive again and find that document. If the students do not have an actual document they'll be typing on, then you'll go ahead and leave it as is. Please add some instructions for them, possibly the exact instructions that come right off of that syllabus. If you're not sure about the implementations and what you should add, reach out to your instructor and collaborate on that information and to make sure that everything is set. So for this implementation, the participants, let's say, will be uploading a presentation. So I'm just going to go ahead and click assign. So now that implementation is loaded, you'll do the same for implementation number 2. Now, if you forget to put in what topic the implementation or the assignment should be under, and let's say it looks like this, I'm going to move it around, move it somewhere else, like down here, it just gets loaded. See, I already gave it something. So if you do put it in the wrong place, you can go ahead and you can just drag it and move it around. But because I assigned it to this one, it's not listening. If you need to edit it or change something, you just click on the 3 dots and you can click edit. And there you go. You're right back to where you were. You can just add in more instructions or make any updates. But keep in mind that once students have started loading into your classroom, we really don't want to make too many changes. So please go ahead and leave it as is. So I'll go ahead and click save. If you are an instructor and you like to provide your presentation to the participants, a really terrific place for you to put that is in the resources section right down here. And if you would like to add something to the resources section, go ahead and click create. And we don't want to create it as another assignment. It's nice if you go ahead and click material, and then you add it in as a material, so it won't be seen to the students as an assignment. So you can add that item here. All right, there you go. That's everything you need to do to create your classroom.